Welcome. Today we're not crossing continents, but centuries, traveling through Russia's palatial history. Russia's palaces are more than stone and gold. They're living chronicles echoing with the footsteps of czars and the whispers of revolution. These monuments embody ambition, artistry, and the enduring power of a nation's story. We'll explore halls that hosted lavish balls, pivotal decisions, and the private moments of royalty. Each palace is a chapter in Russia's grand narrative, from imperial opulence to fairy tale wooden craftsmanship. Join me as we step back in time, immersing ourselves in the grandeur and soul of Russia's most spectacular palaces. Our journey begins on the storied banks of the Neva River in St. Petersburg, where the water reflects centuries of ambition and grandeur. Here, before the legendary Winter Palace, history and legend intertwine in the heart of Russia's imperial capital. Its iconic sea-green facade, adorned with endless rows of grand windows, projects the absolute power and unyielding confidence of the Russian czars. For over 2 centuries, this palace was the beating heart of an empire. Over 1,000 rooms, 100 staircases, and corridors that seem to stretch into infinity, all designed to overwhelm and impress. Within these walls, the Romanovs ruled over a sixth of the earth, their decisions rippling across continents and shaping the fate of millions. Empress Elizabeth, the visionary daughter of Peter the Great, demanded a palace that would eclipse all others in splendor and magnificence. Architect Bartolomeo Rastrelli answered her call, delivering a masterpiece of Baroque splendor, a palace that dazzled all who beheld it. The Jordan staircase, with its gleaming marble and gilded stucco, greeted foreign ambassadors and dignitaries with calculated awe, setting the stage for diplomacy and spectacle. The palace was a stage for grand balls and lavish celebrations, where thousands danced beneath candlelit ceilings that seemed to float above a world of elegance. In the great throne room, the Tsar received homage from nobles and foreign envoys, surrounded by gilded columns and the echoes of imperial ceremony. Yet behind the spectacle and ceremony, the palace was also a home. Children played among priceless art, their laughter echoing through gilded galleries. Family dinners unfolded in opulent rooms, where gold decor and fine porcelain set the scene for intimate moments amid the grandeur. Today, the Winter Palace is reborn as the State Hermitage Museum, home to one of the world's greatest and most diverse art collections. Once the private treasures of the Tsars, masterpieces by Da Vinci, Rembrandt, and countless others are now open to all, drawing visitors from every corner of the globe. But the palace is also a symbol of revolution, its walls bearing witness to the tides of history and the struggle for change. In 1917, it was stormed by the Bolsheviks, marking the dramatic end of imperial rule and the dawn of a new era for Russia. Its opulence, once a symbol of royal decadence, was transformed, no longer a private residence, but a monument of the people, open to all. The Winter Palace has witnessed both the zenith of imperial power and the fury of revolution, a place where beauty and turmoil are forever entwined, its walls holding the secrets of triumph and tragedy. To visit is to walk through living history, to feel the pulse of a bygone era, and sense the echoes of those who shaped the world within these halls. The palace stands not as a silent relic, but as a vibrant museum, alive with the footsteps of millions, echoing with the triumphs and tragedies of the Russian Empire. Here, opulence is the language of history, ambition, power, and dramatic change, all captured in marble, gold, and memory. The Winter Palace, a universe of opulence, preserved for all time, inviting each new generation to discover its wonders and its stories. Just outside the vibrant city of St. Petersburg lies Tsarskoye Selo, a royal village that holds one of Russia's most dazzling treasures, the Catherine Palace. Its iconic azure facade and shimmering gold leaf glisten in the sunlight. Stretching for 300 meters, the palace is a breathtaking vision of Rococo fantasy, as if conjured from a dream. Commissioned by Catherine Durst, later transformed by her daughter Empress Elizabeth, and brought to life by the genius architect Bartolomeo Rastrelli, the palace was designed to rival even the grandeur of Versailles, a symbol of imperial ambition and taste. Over 100 kilograms of pure gold were used to gild the statues and ornaments, which blaze in the summer sun, a deliberate, awe-inspiring display of imperial wealth and power. Step inside, and the grand ballroom stuns with its gilded carvings, endless mirrors, and light that seems to multiply forever, creating a sense of infinite opulence and celebration. Imagine the grand masquerades that once filled these halls, where silk gowns rustled, champagne flowed freely, and candlelight danced across every surface of gold, illuminating the faces of Russia's nobility. The palace's most legendary treasure was the Amber Room, walls crafted from carved amber, gold, and mirrors, glowing with a honeyed magical light that enchanted all who entered. Gifted to Peter the Great, the Amber Room was so magnificent it became known as the eighth wonder of the world, a marvel of artistry and diplomacy. But during the chaos of World War II, the Amber Room vanished. Looted by the Nazis, its fate remains one of history's most enduring mysteries, sparking countless legends and searches. The palace itself was left in ruins, its once glorious halls reduced to rubble, and its splendor nearly lost to time and war. Yet through decades of painstaking effort, Russian artisans and restorers brought the palace back to life, and in 2003 a reconstructed Amber Room was finally unveiled to the world. Today, the Catherine Palace stands not only as a monument to imperial extravagance, but as a testament to resilience, artistry, and the enduring power of restoration. Its spirit and craftsmanship have been reborn, inviting new generations from around the world to marvel at its beauty and to be inspired by its remarkable story of survival and renewal. On the Gulf of Finland's southern shore stands Peterhof Palace, the Russian Versailles. Conceived by Peter the Great to celebrate victory over Sweden, Peterhof is a marvel of water, gold, and ingenuity. The Grand Cascade, a waterfall of fountains and gilded statues, flows from the palace to the sea. At its heart, Samson wrestles a lion, symbolizing Russia's triumph. Over 150 fountains operate without pumps, powered by gravity from distant reservoirs, a feat of 18th century engineering. The daily fountain ceremony is pure spectacle. Water erupts, music swells, and the Samson fountain soars skyward. The Grand Palace, though smaller than the Winter Palace, dazzles with Baroque and Rococo interiors. The lower park is filled with playful trick fountains, revealing Peter's mischievous side. Peterhof's gardens are designed for exploration. Each turn reveals new vistas and surprises. Like other palaces, Peterhof was devastated in World War II, its statues looted and palace destroyed. Yet, restoration began immediately after the war. Statues were recovered or recast, and by 1947, the Samson fountain flowed again. Peterhof is a symbol of resilience, a landscape where art, nature, and history converge in breathtaking harmony. Now we journey to the very heart of Russia, the Moscow Kremlin, a legendary fortress of cathedrals, armories, and the magnificent Grand Kremlin Palace. Rising above the city, its walls have witnessed centuries of triumph, turmoil, and transformation. Built in the 19th century by order of Tsar Nicholas I, the palace was designed to embody the might and grandeur of the Russian Empire, a statement of imperial ambition and national pride. Architect Konstantin Thon envisioned a structure that was both modern for its time and deeply rooted in Russian tradition, seamlessly connecting centuries of history and architectural evolution. Its true power lies not in lavish ornamentation, but in its sheer scale and commanding position atop the Kremlin Hill, overlooking Moscow. The Grand Kremlin Palace links to the ancient Palace of Facets and the Terem Palace, forming a vast interconnected complex that has been the seat of Russian rulers for generations. Inside, the state apartments are named for the great imperial orders, St. George, St. Andrew, St. Alexander, St. Vladimir, and St. Catherine, each room echoing the legacy of Russian nobility and honor. St. George's Hall, resplendent in white and gold, pays tribute to Russia's military heroes. Its marble walls are inscribed with thousands of names, a silent testament to sacrifice and valor. Here, state ceremonies and grand receptions unfold, surrounded by the echoes of the nation's history and the presence of its most powerful leaders. The Kremlin has always been the site of Tsarist coronations and royal banquets, reinforcing Moscow's enduring role as the heart of Russian legitimacy and tradition. After the revolution, the palace was transformed into the seat of Soviet power. Its imperial symbols were replaced by the hammer and sickle, marking a new era in Russian history. For 70 years, these halls became the stage for Soviet governance, where the fate of a superpower was debated and decided. With the fall of the Soviet Union, the palace underwent careful restoration, its imperial splendor and historic details painstakingly revived for a new era. Today, the Grand Kremlin Palace serves as the official residence of the President of Russia, and the venue for the nation's most important state occasions and diplomatic events. The Grand Kremlin Palace endures as the citadel of Russian power, weathering empires, revolutions, and ideologies, a living symbol of the nation's resilience and unbroken legacy. Our final stop is Kolomenskoye in Moscow, home to the wooden palace of Tsar Alexei Mikhailovich, a true fairy tale come to life. Built in the 1660s, it was a labyrinth of over 250 rooms, crowned with onion domes and ornate gables. This was a summer retreat, not a fortress, a place of family, color, and warmth. The architecture is organic and uniquely Russian, each section reflecting the lives of the Tsar, Tsarina, and their children. Inside, vibrant murals, painted ceilings, and tiled stoves created a world of artistry and comfort. The original palace decayed and was dismantled in the 18th century, surviving only in plans and memories. In the 1990s, a full-scale replica was built nearby, using historical documents to recreate its lost splendor. Walking its corridors, you glimpse the daily life of a 17th century Tsar. Study, chambers, and schoolrooms brought vividly to life. This palace tells of a Russia before Westernization, rooted in its own mythic past. The craftsmanship is astonishing, a testament to the artistry of Russian woodcarvers. Visiting Kolomenskoye is an intimate human experience, a window into the lost world of the Muscovite Tsars. Our journey through Russia's palaces ends here. From the grandeur of the Winter Palace to the wooden wonder of Kolomenskoye, we've witnessed the dreams and artistry of centuries. These palaces are more than destinations. They are the soul of a nation, echoing with stories of power, love, and change. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of Russia's remarkable heritage. If these stories inspire you, please subscribe and support our journey into history and culture. Let the images of ballrooms, fountains, and wooden chambers linger in your imagination. The greatest adventure begins in the mind, sparked by the wonders of our world. Until our next journey together, farewell.